Hey guys, it's me, Michael Gibbons, and we're back again. I haven't done this before. I saw War for the Planet of the Apes yesterday, and I'm here to do a review about it. I probably should have told you about that. Who cares? I'm right here now, and yeah, it is what I thought it would be. It is really good. I have to tell you, when I went to the theaters with my dad to go see it, I have never been so excited to see a movie in my life. I think ever since Dawn of the Planet of the Apes came out, and the Jungle Book was good. The new 2016 one, that was good too. And I'm trying to catch my composure, trying to remember everything about what happened. Okay, so obviously this is going to be a spoiler. Well, not yet. I will describe it vaguely if any of you watching this have not seen the movie yet. And then I will tell you when I'm going to get into spoilers. Okay, so what can I say? Just wow. Just wow. It is fantastic. It's everything that I imagined the movie would be. But also it was sad. As good it was really sad. I was told that it was gonna be sad and depressing. And it was. It really was. But this movie really has you at the edge of your seat throughout the whole movie. I was never bored throughout the whole movie, which is something that the Transformers movies always did with me. There would be parts where I would be bored, but the whole movie, maybe it was because that most of the movie had to do with apes, and I like animals, you know? But even then, even if it wasn't done right, it still would have fell flat on its, what do they call it, feet? Hands? I don't know, but yeah, you get what I mean. But it's good, it was sad, it was good, very depressing. Just like, wow. Well, I don't really have much to say, but what is that? What is that? What the? Please excuse me for everything that you're seeing on the screen. I'm recording this with my camera. Cause I couldn't think of any other way for me to for you to see my full screen, cause this is the first video I've made where I'm not doing a reaction, where it's just like the whole screen is me, so please forgive me for that, please. I don't have much equipment, so I'm using the best I can, and this app really has saved me a lot. It has given me everything I need to make the beginnings of a YouTube channel. But yeah, so about the movie War for the Planet of the Apes. Basically, it is the third movie of the trilogy about Caesar, who is a genetically evolved ape, a chimpanzee, who mom was a test subject in the first movie. She was captured from the jungle, and she was a test subject who has been injected with this drug called the ALZ-112 that was supposed to be it's supposed to repair neural pathways in the brain, to basically repair the brain itself. And it was supposed to be a cure for Alzheimer's. But it ended up making the apes smart. And, but then something happened. What happened? I haven't seen right. Well, Okay. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yeah. She was born with the child, and I remember that she escaped from the lab when they were about to bring her as like to show the business people. Basically, the guy who is the owner of the company was was just wanted money from it. You know, it was business just for money. You know, you get what I mean. But something went wrong and she ended up getting shot. So then they thought, oh god, it's a bad plague. So then we have to kill them all, kill them all, kill them all. They killed all the apes except for the baby Caesar, who James Franco. Wait, am I saying that right? Yes, 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 yes. James Franco adopted as his own, and has been a sort of adopted son throughout the movie. Sorry, has been adopted son throughout the movie, and he attacked one of the neighbors, and he got sent to a ape shelter where he discovered how badly his other apes were being mistreated. So then he went back to his house, took the drug that they were making, because they made a new drug, and gave it to the other apes, and then they turned smart because their eyes turned green. And then they wreaked havoc across the city and let loose all the apes from the zoos, circuses, stuff like that, you know. And basically, and then there was this cool fight scene on the Golden Gate Bridge, which I've just now noticed how many fights, how many battles in movies have ended up on the Golden Gate Bridge. Sorry, like there was that natural catastrophe movie that destroyed the Golden Gate Bridge. There was Godzilla, and then there was the apes, and then there was a bunch of other stuff. Like, Jesus, man, can't the bridge take a break or a bridge? I'm sorry for that. Kill me. Oh my God, did I really just do that? Oh my God. You can exit out this video if you want. I don't blame you. I wouldn't do it. I would do it too. So then James Franco and Caesar say their goodbyes, and then basically Rise ends with the virus spreading throughout the whole world and killing off a lot of people, because it ended up killing people. And then Dawn takes place where 10 years after, Caesar and his apes have lived in the redwoods for the past 10 years, and they just came across this bunch of surviving humans, and they struggled to coexist with each other. And it didn't make anything better when Caesar's closest friend Koba, a bonobo with scars, who's been tortured in labs for his whole life, doesn't like humans. So he retaliated against the humans, killed Caesar, made it seem like the humans killed him. And then all the apes are thinking, oh, Caesar's dead, the humans killed him, attacked the humans. And that was a cool fight scene. And then, of course, Caesar was alive, and because the humans brought him back to health, because there were good humans that he did like. That's one of the reasons why Koba had to kill him, because they just didn't see eye to eye. So at the end of that movie, Caesar ended up killing Koba, and then the human friend, who I forgot who his actor was, told him that that they contacted a military base, and now a bunch of soldiers are coming. Caesar doesn't want to leave because we started the war, now we gotta finish it. So they stay behind and let the humans go before the fighting starts. And that's the end of Dawn. And now we're into war for the Planet of the Apes, where Caesar and his apes are trying to are in this war that he didn't want, And they're up against this colonel, this ruthless colonel, who, by the way, is a sick, twisted, power-hungry menace, and his army. And now we're getting into spoilers. So if you have not seen this movie, get out now. This is spoilers. Spoilers, okay? I'm giving you the chance to get out right now. You're out? Good. Okay. Now, we're into spoilers. Okay, so, the movie starts, actually has this cool thing where it starts out with the, it starts out with all of the past movies. First one, Rise. It actually gives you it sums up everything that's happened in the past 2 movies. With Rise, Dawn, and then War. And then basically these troops of soldiers are at this ape base. And they think they found Caesar's, what do they call it? Military base? Home base or something. They thought they found it, but then the apes brought the fight to them and ended up killing them and taking a few hostage. Well, yeah, taking a few alive. And then Caesar comes, sees everything that's happened, and he lets them go and basically tells them, okay, if we let you go right now, tell the colonel that we don't mean any harm, and the killing can stop. You know? And then, his son, who, Blue Eyes, did not speak. And also, before this, it turns out that there's a group of apes that are working alongside the humans because they were the followers of Koba. And and I guess after Koba died, they were afraid to go back to Caesar because of fear of what he would do to them. And basically Caesar told the audience this. And then right when he said, they serve you now because they fear me. And then the gorilla, the one in the trailers that you saw was fixing the machine gun, he ended up speaking. I did not think that would happen. I didn't think the gorilla would talk. He just straight up said, like, with his head down like this, like, I don't fear you. Sorry. I don't fear you. Like, he straight up says, like, I don't fear you. I serve the colonel. I forgot what exactly he said, but the colonel will kill you all. And then that ape, the one that was doing the fist bump with him in which one was it? The second trailer. He beat him up, like knocked him on the floor, and was like, I ain't taking yours. I don't curse, so I leave blanks. And turns out there's a new ape called Winter. That white gorilla, the one that looks like Snowflake. I think they were like hinting a reference to like Snowflake, because there actually was a white gorilla that existed before. His name was Snowflake, but sadly he passed away. So I guess it could exist. So they got away with that. His name is Winter, who, by the way, I hate. That gorilla is a pussy. A pussy. Like, trust me, you'll understand why in a jiff. Right? So he said, so then the other gorilla, Luca, who is supposed to be I guess a replacement from the other gorilla that passed in the first Rise movie. Remember that gorilla, the very first gorilla in the movie Rise, the one who was named Buck? The one who saved Caesar from getting shot down by the helicopter, jumped on the helicopter and made it come down and died, right? Now, I will tell you, there are a lot of gorilla deaths in this movie. Like, how many Why do gorillas always... What is it with gorillas dying all of a sudden? God, Jesus, man. This, I swear to God, it's like this movie is literally hammering in, you remember Harambe? You remember Harambe? Just like, God, Jesus, like, you'll notice, like, well, I'll get to that in a GIF too. So basically, they send the humans away, and it looks like the apes are hidden somewhere deeper in the redwoods, and because they're kind of trapped because they can't escape because with the troops surrounding their area, and then Caesar's son Blue Eyes and Rocket, the chimp that was like who was fighting him in the first movie, the bald chimp. Sadly, he doesn't talk in this movie. I wish he'd talk, but not as much as I wished Maurice would talk. Maurice the orangutan. One of the things that I wanted to happen while seeing this movie was seeing Maurice talk. And I got it. And I am totally satisfied. Not only does he talk, not like speak, but he says an entire sentence. He talks twice. What kind of 3 times? Because he said run in Dawn, and I was hoping that he would talk in this movie, and he did, and I'm happy. I can sleep better at night now. God, Jesus, I keep going. I just jump from just all sorts of things, topics, just like I forget where I started. So basically, Blue Eyes has found this new place. This new place, which I assume is where the apes in the old movie, the 1968 movie, are living currently. That's where it's going to take place in the 1968 movie, right? And they have a hard time leaving, because like I said, the humans are surrounding the place. And one of the things I realized, now they show some new characters in the apes tribe specifically. Right now, I'm going to talk about one of them being Winter, the white ape, the white gorilla, and this new female ape who surprisingly is really likable, is really nice, who I like, who I think was Blue Eye's girlfriend. Her name was Lake. Because I had, at first, I thought it was a dude. But then I got a closer look at it, and it's like, oh, she's got, like, girl braids or something. Like, so she's a girl. So it looks like they're the boyfriend and girlfriend. They liked each other, right? God, Jesus, did they just kill that? Just, like, because, like, and they changed the baby baby brother's name. In the Dawn movie, I thought they called him Milo. Was like a reference to Escape from the Planet of the Apes. That the chimp. I'm not gonna go there. Don't worry. I thought his name was Milo, but it turns out his name was Cornelius. Because like when I looked it up online, they said his name was Milo. So I'm thinking, oh, Milo, but no, they say his name is Cornelius. I'm not complaining. That's even better. Everybody knows who Cornelius is, you know. If you haven't seen the old movie, then you won't probably know what I'm talking. But even then, like, he was in the old movie. He was in Planet of the Apes, Escape from Planet of the Apes. He was also referenced in Conquest of the Apes and Battlefield of the Apes. He was basically mentioned in the all of the old Planet of the Apes movies, right? So that's a cool reference, right? This movie actually references a lot to the old movie better than it does Rise or Dawn. You know, they have a lot of cool references that you have to watch again to see, to figure out. That's what I like about a movie. I like a movie that can have you go back to it. You have to watch it again to see certain parts that you didn't see in the first time, you know? And sometimes the first time you watch it is maybe even better. So basically, while they're sleeping, so you, like, one of the things this movie did was it would get you so attached to these characters, and then as soon as they got you in your vulnerability, they go, kill them all, kill them all, F your emotions. God, Jesus, man. So basically, more soldiers come in because, like, Caesar and his family were sleeping near a waterfall, and Caesar sees the troops coming down a line from the waterfall, and trust me, it gets heart pounding, like it gets intense, like your heart's pounding, and you're like wondering, you're hoping for them to get out of this alive, you know, like your really heart is pounding when these troops come, and you don't want any of your favorite characters to get killed. Sadly, they do. Because when Caesar knocked out one of the... Well, actually, it was Rocket who knocked out one of the troops. Caesar listens to the radio, and he hears someone... I think it was the colonel who said the target is dead, and Caesar's wondering, like, what? Who did he shoot? And he runs back up there where his family were sleeping, because he let Blue Eyes protect his mom and his little brother. He runs up there. He sees the colonel turn it in that trailer movie, in the trailer where you see the colonel turn like that with the war paint on him. Caesar, and then like the way the colonel's looking at him, he's wondering like, what? And then he looks in the corner, and then Caesar turns around and his wife and Blue Eyes are dead with gunshots to their heads, blood all over their heads, dead. Just killed them off just like that. This movie does not care who they kill off. I swear to God. They just killed them off just like that. And what shocked me was Caesar's son, Blue Eyes, had such a big role in the last movie, and then they just kill him off in like the first third of the movie. Like, what the heck? And just like, and of course Caesar's pissed. And then there's that scene where he runs through the waterfall, and he's like in this tussle with the colonel. Colonel cuts the line. Caesar falls down the waterfall. Of course he's alive. And then, but he didn't kill Cornelius though. And the apes, all of his friends are looking for Cornelius. Caesar's alone, just contemplating all this, just like, and then he hears something, and then he just like, he's on his A game, and just like, he's like, cause he don't want another attack. And it turns out it's Cornelius hiding. That was really cute. That really made me go, aww. Just the way he said Cornelius. I mean, I'm bad at representing the emotional state which was happening in that movie, but you get what I mean. So all the apes are packed up to leave, and obviously after what's happening, Caesar is on a vengeful mission to go after the colonel alone. And he has the apes go to the promised land. Of course, Maurice, Rocket, and Luca go with him because they don't want him to go alone. And they come across this abandoned house. No. Oh, okay. So before they left on their journey, Luca told Caesar that they couldn't find Winter, that white gorilla, on the off chance that he betrayed them, right? Now, you know why I said why this guy's a pussy? You'll understand why. Because when they were looking, they came across the humans' camp, and turned out Winter actually was a traitor. They call them donkeys. I don't know if that's supposed to be like Donkey Kong, because they're gorillas. I guess it's supposed to be why they call them that, but they're slaves. They're just mistreated. They're just there as like, they're literally donkeys, you know, like. But so they corner Winter when he's alone inside the hut. And they're asking him questions like, where's the colonel? And like Winter just breaks down telling them that he said something that if I told the colonel where your base was, he would spare my life. That's what he said. So it was his fault for telling that. He's the one who told them where the base was. If he didn't tell them that, they wouldn't have found his base, and they wouldn't, and his wife and children, and his wife and son wouldn't end up dead. It was his fault. That's what made me hate him so much. Man, I did not like. That is what made me. You pussy. You lame excuse. You call yourself a gorilla. Never before have I ever hated an animal so much. No, because I like animals. I love animals. But this really made me hate them. Because, you know, they're just like... They're just like us, you know? It's that relationship where you have with a human, you know? There are some humans you like, and there's some you don't like. You know, there's some you like as a friend, and some you say, oh, you're a pussy. But nobody has that kind of relationship with animals, because a lot of people tend to think that, oh, animals are innocent. You can't hate an animal. Oh, trust me, you can. Animals can do grimy stuff too, you know? And this was no exception. But yeah, so like, and they ended up killing Winter because he almost gave them away to the humans. So I think Caesar choked him to death, which was a satisfying death for me, but not completely. Like, you ever have that feel? No, I'm really talking to you, audience, seriously, whoever is watching this. Do you ever have a moment when you watch a movie and there's a character that does some grimy stuff that you know, that like in the same situation right now where Winter was, where guy did a really pussy thing, and when he died, and like you hate the person for what he did, like a coward, like did a cowardly thing, but and it turned out getting someone killed in the process, and that coward ended up dying. Now at first you're wondering, like, now while the coward's still alive, you're wondering like, oh, I want this guy to die. Oh my god, I hate this person so much. When he died, he's like, yes, but then you kind of feel sorry for him. You know, I can't explain it. I hated him, but at the same time, when the way he died, just like, it was like, God, I can't explain it. It wasn't really pity. Maybe it was pity for his cowardliness, but I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know. But one thing I do know is that this movie is like a roller coaster of emotions. And that is real. This movie made me smile, it made me laugh. Because like when I was in the theater, it made me laugh. Because like I was also listening to other people's reactions. I wanted to see how they were, like, what their thoughts were on this movie. How they were contemplating this. What was going on inside their minds while watching this. And, but yeah, like, there were times I was laughing, sad, angry. Like, I like a movie that can do that. And you really do feel, you do like things that make you have different emotions in just a very short amount of time. So, back to what I was saying. They went back, so they found this abandoned house, and, this guy who's carrying woods, right? He's about to drop the woods, right? And he pulls a gun on them, and then Caesar, just like Call of Duty, just shoots him. And he was hiding inside one of the huts. And then he just walks out, and just like, and the apes are looking at him like, God, just like, you know, this, like, he did not care. And then they go inside, and then they hear more noise, and then they go inside the house, and they come across a girl, and Maurice is very interested in her, and it turns out she can't speak. She's mute. So then, Maurice wants to take him along, but Caesar doesn't want to because, you know, we're on a mission and, like, we can't be bothered with this kind of stuff. But Maurice lets him. But Maurice takes her anyway. I mean, even though Caesar didn't agree, he didn't stop Maurice from taking her. And, they came across more humans that were mute that ended up getting shot. And I didn't understand why at the moment, but... And then they come across one of my new favorite characters in this whole movie. And his name is Bad Ape. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. The one who goes, "Oh no! Oh no! No!" You know? I liked him. He was really funny. He had the whole audience laughing. You know, every time he came on screen, you know this guy's gonna make you laugh. You know? Because I guess since we were like so depressed in what was going on, we finally got some comic relief here. And it really makes us laugh even more. You know? He's really likable in his innocence. You know, it turns out he lived in a zoo. And I guess the only ones that can talk to each other more often, because like Luca and Rocket don't talk. Maurice doesn't either, but he talks like later on in the movie. But as far as now, only him and of course Bad Ape doesn't know sign language because he's not part of Caesar's group. So basically, they're talking to each other. So then he does let them go, and then just when we're in this nice happy mood with Luca putting this flower in the girl's hair, who's named Nova, by the way, which, again, another reference to the old movie, though I don't think she's this Nova, because she's blonde, and Amaya Miller is her actor. I don't think they're supposed to be the same person, though. I think it's just like us, just to see how the movie is linked to the old movie. But basically, Caesar and Luca are spying on another human camp, and these humans sneak up on them, and Luca saves Caesar from getting stabbed, I think, but he got stabbed in the process, and he ended up dying. Yeah. And what's crazy about it is I did not think that Luca would die, because there was already a gorilla in their group that already died, and they did the same thing again. Just like, why do gorillas just keep dying? Like, have you noticed how many gorillas have died in so many movies in this world? Harambe, King Kong, Kerchak from Tarzan. You probably don't know what I'm talking about, but if you've seen the Disney movie Tarzan, you will know what I'm talking about. And like a bunch of other, like Buck, and like so many gorillas just end up getting killed. What the heck? But yeah, and then the girl puts the flower in his hair, in his ear. That was sad. That was really sad. Just, yeah, that was, and it infuriates Caesar even more because he tries to show the humans mercy, and they just, you know, and they just make it so much harder for him to be nice to them. You know, and the girl's purpose, who does have a really good purpose, which is something that the Transformers movie lacked. The girl in the Transformers movie did not serve a unique purpose. I still don't know to this day what that purpose was. You know? And it is not even fair for me to compare Transformers with Planet of the Apes because, like, Planet of the this movie is like a phenomenal movie, which has gotten so many good reviews, and Transformers 5 sucked because, of course, it sucked. But yeah, you know, the girl's purpose in this movie was to be that glimmer of hope that humanity is nice. Even though the majority of it is trying to kill him. You know? And that was really nice. They do have their moments, which will come later in the movie. But, so let me try to think. What else happened? I presume that there was also a, I forgot. Trying to think. What happened after that? Oh yeah, okay, so Caesar just runs up to his group. He comes across the, apes who have, been slaughtered from, and who are tied up in a scarecrow position. That is another reference to the old movie when the astronauts were heading into the Forbidden Zone. And, the traitor gorilla, Rex is his name, walks up behind him, knocks him out with a gun, wakes up, finally meets the colonel, takes him into their base, and they see and it turns out the apes, Caesar's apes, were captured, and they were put in cages, and they're forced to work as slaves, you know, and they're treated horrifically. Just horrifically. And the things that the traitor apes are helping them doing just makes you hate them even more. Just, you know, like, no, it's terrible. Just, basically there are good scenes where, now, this part of the movie I do like because... Sorry, I'm fixing something below here.